Hello everyone, Clint here. I hope everybody's doing great today. Today I'm coming at you with the case review that I've been waiting to do here. I finally got it in the studio, and that is the Magbak case for the fancy new beautiful Galaxy S24 Ultra. I always enjoy doing the Magbak case reviews. It's one of my favorite cases because this particular one, Magbak cases are the kind of case that can do more than just be a case, and it does it at a super high quality. So I always enjoy reviewing these cases. So this one we're going to take a look at today, and I always start with the box. If it's the boxes, I had a commenter giving me grief about checking out the box, but I'll tell you right now, guys, there is a line directly with how good your quality of your packaging is with the product itself. I have found, and Magbak doesn't disappoint at all on this one for sure. It's the nice slide out box. There's actually some magnetic connectors in here in the box itself, which I think is pretty cool. But anyways, I digress. It's a nice, serious box. So in the box here, you're gonna have the case today. This one, this particular one, I got the black one, and even the case is like, I mean, just locked in there. Like the foaming of it is like designed perfectly for the case itself. And so you're going to pull the case out here. We're going to take a look at that just a second. In here, we got a couple different things, directions on how to do the mount. And so you have on here alcohol pads, get your mount done. And then you always got this fantastic little magnetic, super thin, you can see it's really small mount. And wherever you mount this particular item at, you'll be able to mount your phone to it with this case. It's fantastic. And then it also comes with an extra sticky if you decide you need to move this off. This works really good in any flat surface, so any kind of car, wall, desk, wherever you want to mount stuff at. So back in the day, when Magbak first came out, that was the awesomeness of it, is it was a magnetic mount, and it usually came with these kind of things here. But since MagSafe has kind of taken over the world here recently, Magbak did an excellent job also making sure their cases are also compatible with MagSafe. So that's super awesome. So any MagSafe compatible accessory that you have is going to also work with this case here. So just to give you we're going to get a quick round the robin, but to just give you an idea of what is underneath here, I'm going to bring over my clear Magbak that I have for my iPhone 15 Pro. And you can see this has this full-blown magnetic action plus the MagSafe action in the middle. Gives you a lot more opportunities to be able to mount and use your case a lot better with all those extra mounts. And it does something very special too, which we'll show at the end. But let's go ahead and quickly do a round robin on this real quick, like normal. Here we got on the right side, we got nada tostada, because there's nothing over there. Go around to the front, we're going to have a nice cutout there. Push through buttons, not really push through. I guess they are push through buttons. That's interesting. They're pretty flat, so we'll see how that feels once we get it on the phone. Got your holes for your lanyard. You live in that lanyard life. And then, of course, your cutouts here. So we're going to see how those go. But I haven't put the phone in yet because I do want to show you something specific. And as you can tell here on this Magbak case, it does not have it. But on here, it has this shield, right? And why do we need this shield for us S24 Ultra owners? And that's because of the S Pen. The S Pen is sensitive to magnetic interference. And so we have to be careful with that. So we're going to test that out. This should block all that interference from using our S Pen. It worked really good on the S23 last year, so I anticipate it working fantastic this year. But anyways, I wanted to show that before I drop the phone in there. And so here we go. Let's go ahead and get the phone in here. Now it is a kind of a plastic, kind of a hard / soft plastic. It definitely is, I would say, a medium protective case. It's definitely going to take a drop pretty easily, but let's see, we pop that right in there, no problems there. Case goes on without any issues. which is great. So now we can see here how everything lines up. Those speaker holes are lining up perfectly. And then let's see, we got to check these buttons. Oh no, never mind. So yeah, once your phone is here, these buttons are awesome, actually. Wow, I really like that. That is pretty good. Even though once the phone in here, it does push them up a little bit more. So they are a lot easier to get. And I kind of like how they did the little bump down there for those buttons right there. That's excellent. And then of course your lanyard life. And let's take a look here. There's some important spots here. We got a big cutout for the power button and the mic hole, and a perfect cutout for the speaker. Now let's take a look at that S Pen action. And it got a nice little groove in there. So when you pop that, it looks like you're gonna have 360 grabbage. So you should be able to grab it from the front, from the sides, and from the back, no problem. And you know, when I grab my S Pen, I usually like pop it here, and then I do grab it from the front. So that's kind of important for me. And I know a lot of people will grab it from the back, but I do not. I usually catch myself. I'll pop that open with that, and then I'll just grab it with the front, and then off I go. So that is awesome. And then here on the back here, we got a little bit of Magbak embedded marketing there. I like it. It's very subtle. It looks very classy. And then they have their very cool logo on here, which I also like a lot. And let's take a look at the camera action. So they decided to go full cutout here instead of 3 separate cutouts for the camera, laser, and the flash action. But they did do 3 separate cutouts here, which I like. So now you got the P action. And we got them slightly embedded just enough to where you're not going to hit that anywhere on that particular thing, which is fantastic. And and then it's not so big where it's just goofy. And so that makes this perfectly flat, zero wobble. And that is super handy if you are a S Pen user, especially if you're an S Pen user. But I just really enjoy no wobble cases. So that one is really good. So it's got kind of a grippy feel to it. It's not quite silicone, but not quite plastic, kind of in the middle, I would say. But it's super grippy. All of them are really grippy. Every Magbak case I've ever used, they come with a material that is super grippy, except for the plastic ones, except for the clear ones. Obviously, they can't do that. So this particular one here is super grippy, and it does make your phone a little bit bigger and a little bit heavier because there are magnets in the back of that, so that does add a little weight to it. But I guess that's the price you pay for having a big phone. But it's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's too bad because if I hold it here, it feels pretty good. But it does feel good in the hand, and I think I probably wouldn't drop it. But if you did drop it, I can tell there is some good corner protection there. So when it falls on the corner, and then in the front, we got some raised edges right there. Little raised edges on the side too, but then bigger raised edges on the front for the front-facing drops. And a lot of us like to keep our phones face down, so it keeps the nosy Nancy's away when we have our phone on a table, and so you keep that from touching your screen there. So I don't think these edges don't have any problems with getting your sidebar out. That's usually how I test it. If it keeps me from either doing a back gesture or pulling out my side tray, then it's a no-go for me, because then it's too difficult to use. Not too bad. Ooh. Okay, so let's get to the Gudita here. First thing I'm going to test is the MagSafe wireless charging action. And we're going to drop that right on there. Locks right in there. And we are now blue. And so we are charging, fast wireless charging. Fantastic. So let's see the grip ability of this here. It's not too bad. I'd say it's about in the middle of the cases I've tested as far as like strength on that particular one goes. So that is really good here. It's good enough here. So yeah, so what you can do with that is you can mount it in your car. You can mount it in your shower. Got to live that shower life. Got to get those podcasts while you're taking a shower. So you got you a nice wall mount in there if you need to. And then it does cool stuff like, you know, stick to other things like metal. So you can stick it to the side of your fridge. You know, if you have some gym equipment or something, it's really nice just to drop it onto that. I don't actually have footage of that because I try not to whip out a camera in the gym. I think that's crazy town. And then anything metal whatsoever, it will stick it to, which is fantastic. But what else it allows you to do is to use other accessories such as the Magbak Wallet. Now, I have used a Magbak Wallet personally for the last 2 years. I'm on my second version now. I got a brown one and a black one. This is my favorite kind of wallet. I started out with the Apple Wallet. I'm sure everybody remembers this. This is what kind of started the rage. And as you can tell, mine has got a lot of use on it. So these are the only kind of wallets I use nowadays. But I've switched over from the Apple Wallet to this Magbak Wallet a couple years ago and haven't looked back. And there's several reasons for that. But this one I have is the black. This one here is the Saffiano, you got it. Leather, which is even cooler, I think, because it's got some texture to it. So we're gonna pop a look at it here. And again, guys, the same quality box and presentation. I absolutely love it. This particular Saffiano leather, it has like some texture to it, which I really dig. A little bit of Magbak branding there. And then here's some of the magic. Is the reason why I like this one so much is the back side of it. And this like little flappy thing here. And it's so funny, when the first one I got, this little flappy thing, I could have swore was gonna drive me absolutely crazy, but it does not, which is great. And it has some uses, which I will show here in just a second. So you got a little slot here to be able to get your cards out. And then you got a little slot here to be able to get your cards out here. And this flap and this slot is what makes this wallet, in my opinion, superior to the Apple Wallet. And I'll give a quick show of that. So this one is the full Magbak. So it's not just MagSafe, but it will work on MagSafe cases. So if you do have a MagSafe case like this thin born right here, it will work just perfectly fine on it. And it's nice and strong and sturdy. So I use this depending on what cases I'm testing at the time. This one does work on the MagSafe, but it also works fantastically on the Magbak versions of these. And what that does is it actually brings in all of the magnets on the back of this Magbak case, which then gives you a lot more secure grip. And also, because of this little hoopy here, it's actually a holder. A thumb holder, a hand holder, a handle, or whatever you want to call it. So some kind of grip, like an O-snap or a pop socket. It's just built right into the wallet. And so if you're doing some lengthy stuff, you just kind of slide your finger right in there, and then you got it. And then I'm telling you, it is on there. This one, I have absolutely no worries about it falling off. MagSafe, sometimes some of those aren't as nearly as strong. But this one is strong because it does use those magnets all the way around it. But you got that right there, and it does not come off. So that is super great. So pro tip on one of these here, these are super tight when you first buy them. So don't be alarmed by that. They're designed that way. And there's also a piece in here. So you have another piece in here, which is a magnetic shield, because the magnets are on this side. And so I put all my cards on the back side here. So we'll slide a card right in there. So that keeps your, I guess, credit cards or whatever from getting, demagnetized, I guess. I have never had a problem. Like I said, I've had one of these for 2 years now, and I have never had an issue with that. But anyways, they put that design in there perfectly. So that is super awesome. But whatever you do here, they're super tight. Like that one card is tight. So put a couple cards in there, however many cards you plan on putting in there. You might want to build up to it. But another pro tip, once you get in here, so I carry 5 cards actually. I got 5 cards in mine. So yeah, so you want to make sure however many cards you have in there, you leave in there. So if you take a card out, it becomes pretty loosey in there. And so you don't want to do that. You always want to leave the same amount of cards in there as you plan on carrying all the time. But right now it's super tight. But anyways, like I was saying, so once this guy is on there, unlike the Apple Wallet that you have no way to get your card out unless you pull the wallet out, and then you got this little thumb doodad here that pops it out. It seemed cool at the time, but once you use one of these, you can actually just leave it on the phone, and then you can just pull it directly right out, and you don't have to keep messing around with taking the case on or off if you don't want to, which is great. And even when you do take it off, having a slide in from the back, from the bottom, I mean, to be able to slide out from the bottom is significantly easier than trying to get one of these little thumb slots, and you got to get that friction and stuff. This one you can actually just push on the bottom of the card. And so I put my most used card right there at the top, and then I just push it, that one, and just that one will come out, and then I am off racing. Fantastic. Now, you can notice here, it does kind of block that bottom camera a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of action we got with that there. So here is the 1X, here is the 3X, and here is the 5X. And as you can see, no problem at all. It doesn't actually block the camera itself. So don't worry about that. Even though it looks like it's blocking it, it's actually not blocking any of that lens whatsoever. So that is fantastic. All right, so let's cruise back over here. We're going to test out the S Pen action. So let's get my S Pen out of here, and we're going to go with a new note. And now keep in mind, I do have the wallet, which is magnetized on the back. And let's go ahead and draw some lines and see if we have any issues. I don't see any issues so far. No issues at all. Let's put something with a little bit more magnetic action on there, like the MagSafe. So now you got a MagSafe charger, and you got built-in magnets, and yeah, let's see what that does for us. Let's go ahead and get us a new page, and we're going to go ahead and cruise through here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So don't worry about that. I know some people ask me that question, but with that protector they have in there, Magbak did it right, so it is working just perfectly. So let's see here. Let's get out of here. All right, so there you go, guys. There is the Magbak case for the S24 Ultra and the Magbak Wallet. Like I said, it comes in the Serafino leather. It also comes in a black leather, and it also comes in a blue leather. So that's what it looks like when it's all carded up. And same concept, you got that nice handle on there. So super great, super great case. One of my favorites for sure. See you on the next one.